Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to slay your hair from the roots, giving you that undetectable lace. When you're wearing wigs, you want to get attention from your hair, not your hairline. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to customize like a pro, how to install. And if you guys want to learn how to achieve this, then please keep on watching. I'll be using a pre-made wig today, and the wig is from Luvme hair. This is my very first time wearing a wig from Luvme. Straight out of the box, the wig is gorgeous and the hair feels super soft. This is a 13x4 lace frontal wig. And with a 13x4 frontal, you are able to part anywhere. You're not limited to just one hairstyle. You guys know I live for a side part. The wig is HD lace, it's super thin, and it's gonna melt flawlessly into the skin, which is gonna give your wig a more realistic hairline. You guys know I love using HD lace, and it works perfectly for all skin tone. Now, this is the wig fresh out of the box. I'm gonna show you guys how I customize for a more natural looking hairline, and I'm definitely gonna have to bleach the knots so they are less visible on the wig. We don't wanna see the knots, so we're gonna move on to bleaching. When bleaching the knots, you want to make sure you have a thick consistency, almost like toothpaste. If it's too runny, not only are you going to bleach the knots, you're also going to bleach the actual hair, and that's not what we're trying to do here. We don't want to bleach the hair. I'm going to leave the bleach on for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to step off camera to go wash it off. Okay, so I bleached the knots, and it's looking a little orange, you guys. Over bleached it a bit, but we're going to fix the problem. So the bleach kind of went through, and some of the hair got bleached, and I'm just going to go in with a black hair dye just to touch up the hair so it's not looking all brassy on the top. Then I'm going to go in with my purple shampoo, and we're going to tone it. So I'm going to leave this on for about 10 minutes and then wash it out, and voila, this wig is looking nicely bleached. So that's how I fix the knots when I ruin them. As you can see, I have a paper towel on my canvas wig head, and you can also use a white towel. It doesn't matter as long as it's white. I'm gonna go in with my hot comb and prep this wig for tweezing. Now, when I'm tweezing hair, I like to start behind the hairline. I don't like to start in the front because it's really easy to make a mistake and over tweeze your wig, and nobody wants to over tweeze your wig because you don't want to have bald spots. So make sure you go on with a really good tweezer as well. So I'm starting behind the hairline, and the reason for the white towel or paper towel that I'm using is it kind of gives me a guide so I can see what I'm doing, and that way I can see if I've taken out too much hair or I need to take out more hair. So it's really helpful to use a white towel. Now I'm going to go in again, like I said, go behind the hairline, but don't go over the same spots over and over, because if you do that, that's how you're going to create bald spots. Now, once I do behind the hairline, I start to go in front of the hairline. So I'm going to go in front of the hairline and just take out some hair that I need. And you know what, guys, I try the wig on after I'm done just to make sure. And sometimes I do have to end up going back to tweezing a bit more the hairline. Now, the hairline looks pretty good to me. I'm okay with this. I'm happy with this for now. As you can see the difference on both sides. So this side is done and the other side isn't. So I'm going to repeat the same steps on the other side as well. Kind of sped through that, and this is the completed hairline. She is looking great. I'm happy with it. It's given scalpiana. She looks great. We're going to move on to the ball cap method. So I'm just putting on my wig cap. Usually I have braids or I have cornrows, but I haven't had cornrows in a while because honestly I don't know how to cornrow, so I'd have to get someone to do it for me. But yeah, my braids are kind of raggedy. Anyways, I'm putting some foundation all over my hair to cover it up because I don't want my hair, like my black hair, to be peeping through. The whole point of the ball cap is that it makes your wig have a more scalp like look. So I'm putting on my ball cap, and I'm gonna go in with the Bold Hold liquid gold, and this is gonna act as a glue, and it's just going to melt down that ball cap. I love using this stuff instead of using like the Got2b free spray because I just find that it's a lot easier to work with, and it dries super fast. So now I'm gonna go in with my scissors and cut off all that extra piece of wig cap that I don't need. You don't have to do the ball cap method. It's not a must, but I do like how my wigs turn out when I do the ball cap method. You could also do the stocking cap method. The stocking's a lot thinner, but honestly I think they work the same. I really do. Now, as for the lace, I want this lace to match my skin perfectly, so I'm gonna use the leftover product from my foundation that's on my brush and put it all over the lace so it matches my skin. So that's how we're gonna tint the lace. Now I'm gonna pop that wig onto my head and see how it's looking. Do you see how that lace is matching my skin? Now I noticed with the wig, I could kind of see the grid lines. So this is a trick that you could do, or you don't have to. So I'm using the Perfect Match lace, and basically it's like a waxy product that kind of melts into the grid lines to give it a more realistic look, so your wig doesn't have that grid line look. Because even though the knots are very thin on this wig, they're mainly thin on the hairline, but not so much behind the hairline. Look at that hairline right now. It is given natural looking. So I'm going to cut off that extra piece of lace because I don't need it. We're going to get rid of that. Okay, so I like to create little sections into my lace because I find that it's easier to apply. So I like to cut sections. Now I'm going to go in with my lace glue and I'm going to apply this to my skin. And you want to wait for the glue to dry clear. You're going to need a rat tail comb. The rat tail comb is your best friend. And I'm going to go in with my blow dryer on a cool setting. Now, as you can see, I added another layer of glue. It's up to you on how long you plan on wearing your wig. I'm only going to be wearing my wig for probably about a day. So I only added 2 layers, and I'm going to go in with some melting spray. You can also use the Got To Be Free spray as well. And I'm going to go ahead and cut off that extra piece of lace because, honey, we don't need it. This is the first install, so keep in mind when you apply your wig, again, you don't have to do all these extra steps because the lace is already cut, so it's going to apply super easy and super fast. And again, glue is also optional. I want to do that whole melted glue down look. Sometimes I don't use the glue, I'll use just a melting spray and that works just fine, or you can wear the wigs glueless. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off all the extra lace. And are you seeing that hairline? She is melted, and I haven't even melted it yet. Okay, so I'm right by the ear, and this part I find is the part that usually is a little bit more harder to stick down. So I usually use maybe 3 layers of glue for this part. And again, you want to wait for it to dry clear. If you don't wait for it to dry clear, you are going to see the white glue on your lace, and it's just going to look very, very messy. So that's why you have to wait for it to dry clear. So now I'm going to go in with some makeup wipes, and I'm just going to wipe away any excess glue off my forehead, and I'm going to repeat the same steps on the other side, and voila, it's done. I didn't show you guys this step because honestly it's the same exact thing. And now I'm going to go in with my tweezer because the hairline is not fully perfected yet and I want it to look more perfect, so I'm going to tweeze up that hairline a bit more. When it comes to a perfect flawless wig application, a hot comb is a must for me. So I'm going to go in with some hair wax as well, and I'm just going to use this to flatten down that wig so it's not looking bulky and heavy on the top. And I go in with my hot comb. The hot comb I use, it's from Andis, I think that's the brand, but I got it on Amazon. I'll try and link it in the description box down below. And I'm gonna go in with my hair wax again. Guys, all the products I'm actually using today, they're my own products and they're pretty much my sample. I just want to see how well they work before I introduce them to you guys. So that's something I'm very excited about, and I kind of just burnt myself, as you can see. Anyways, be careful with a hot comb, okay? So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut some very, very, very tiny baby hairs. I don't want my baby hairs to look extra. I want my wig to have a natural looking hairline, and it's not that I'm against baby hairs. I'm really not. I just personally don't really think it suits my face that well. And also for me, I feel like the wig on its own, the hairline looks good enough, so I don't need to add a whole lot of baby hair to hide the lace. It's HD lace. It melts really good. It's flawless. You can't really see it, so there's no need to do a lot of work to hide it. But you know, if baby hair is your thing, girl, do your thing. So I'm gonna go in with some mousse, and I just apply a little bit of that onto the brush, and I apply a bit of that to the hairline. I don't go overboard with the mousse like I used to. I don't think it's necessary. So now I'm gonna tie my hair down with a scarf, or I think the stockings. But anyways, this is the end results. Like, it looks flawless. The hairline looks flawless. And if you guys try any of my technique and it works out for you, please let me know. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I really hope you guys learned something as well. I will see you guys in another video very, very soon. I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching. Bye.